this is Liz from Treliz, and I welcome you to my podcast. I'm the dyer behind Treliz Yarns, and I welcome you to my home today, where I live with the kind, my boxer, and Sushi the cat. So you might see Sushi coming up at some point. She's already looking at me like fiercely, ooh, what's going on? She's gathered so many things, around her. And so I've been having so much to talk about because 2 weeks ago I was at VKL, which is Vogue Knitting Live, and here's my tag. Very happy to be back to the US after COVID. It's been 4 years that I haven't been. Sorry, so she's already like on the move. And I'm going to play with my pen, definitely. So I'm very happy to be there. It was really nice to see many of you that I haven't seen for so long, and also other dyers and other designers that I haven't seen for a while, and just so many people and new acquaintances, and it was just amazing, the whole experience, and everything. I was in a big booth that my yak had, and I was there sharing 1/3 of their booth with Julie Asselin. There was also Lane Magazine with us. I'm sorry, I'm gonna take away Sushi because she's playing with the tripod, so we're going to be very wonky. So it was great sharing the booth with Mayak, as I was saying, and Julie Asselin and Lane Magazine joined us as well. So it was really, really awesome to be there, to have meet and greets with designers, and lots of people coming together to our booth and enjoying the yarn and craziness of what Vogue Knitting life can be. I have to say a big thank you for everyone who was involved, the Mayak team, Julie Asselin for coming with me, with her husband Jean-François, and it was just amazing. I met lots of designers that I really appreciate their work and aesthetic, like Olga Putano and Paola Pereira, just to name two. And it was the most amazing thing, of course, was seeing again my bestie Shamika, and having so much fun before and after VKL, as I was staying with her, and also during, and going to dinner and spoiling me. And she knows whatever I like, and she makes sure that I got some of the things that I needed or that I missed because I haven't been there for a while. And it was really, really great. It was just great. Also, I was still sick. I am still sick. My sinuses haven't cleared up completely. I had some ups and downs, but I feel much better, and I'm taking care of myself, I think so. And at least I have a voice. From time to time I cough still, but it's okay. I think it just needs more time, but I'm on the right track, and that's the most important, right? I want to say a very big thank you to a Portuguese designer, Maria G. I don't know if you know her. She was with me at VKL. She made this beautiful shawl that I have here with me, over here. Well, she came, and she's making also those great, gorgeous bags. So this bag is mine, and as you can see, it's super colorful. And I'm gonna put all the links, you know, under the description box of her bags and everything. And in the bag, so I have the shawl that she designed for Vogue Knitting Live, which is the Manhattan shawl. It's on Ravelry, you can get it. And I also have pre-orders for it. And it's like super big. You must have seen it on pictures where I'm wearing it at VKL. And it's just gorgeous. Like, I love it. She made it using one Aero strand, which is my fingering base of merino single with 5% of stellina and with one skein of mohair, which here she used Outlander colorway, the green with just a few speckles. And it has bubbles. You can make it either with bubbles or without. I have to say that the first time she showed me a picture, I wasn't so sure about the bubbles, but seeing it in real life, it's like really great. I know she's making me a sample with Fear is the Mind Killer in the Eros and the Bluebeard in the Poseidon, the mohair base. So it will be gray with speckles and a dark red. Okay, so that was Sushi's food. That's coming up, you know, like a machine. So sorry for the little nose, but there you are. You must maybe able to hear Sushi biting up her food. So yeah, the Manhattan shawl, please check it out. I have pre-orders until the 15th of February. You can either choose one of the color combos that I have already put up there, or you can choose your own colors, as I have pre-orders for colorways, and you can choose your base that you want. So this is the Manhattan shawl. She also did a sample of one of her other shawls, which is named is Just Friends shawl, and it was originally made from 3 different dyers. So Robledal, Coconut Roca, and Delana, and it uses a fingering, a mohair lace, and a regular lace. But I told her, instead of having the regular lace, let's have 2 mohairs, and that's the version. Of course, it had to be orangey reddish, right? Like, look how cute it is. I love it. I love it that it's very orangey, warm tones, but it has this little mint color that pops out and just awakens it even more, if we can say that. So Just Friends shawl, she used in my Ares Sogo base birthday girl. Then Manawi is the orange mohair. Sorry, I'm showing it from the wrong side. Manawi is the orange, and the mint one is Suspicious Minds. I want to say, of course, because I love those colors, and you know it. It's like, I love it. And both of those shawls, I guess because of the mohair, they're very light and very enjoyable to wear, and super warm, like really super warm. And it was cold in New York, I can tell you that. She also made one pattern for socks for VKL, which is the Broadway sock, and she made it using my Manawi colorway in the Ares sock base. So there it is. Oh my god, it's so fluorescent, like it just, everything else changes. So this is the Broadway socks. And then as I had sent her this pile of yarn to make, you know, the socks and the samples of the shawls, I also sent her a bit more of some leftovers, and she made 2 other designs of hers in socks that she has. I'm sorry, but I don't remember the names, but I will search it up and try and put them in the description. So this one is, it has cables in the front part, and it is my Innocence colorway. I love this colorway, like I really do. And then I think my favorite socks like ever are these. It has this beautiful motif. You can see it, but not so clearly because of the colorway, but also, you know, it's not that bad. And I really love them. This is a Captain of Her Heart, the Captain of Her Heart colorway. And yeah, I really like it. It's so pretty, you guys. Yes. And these ones I've worn once. That's why they're a bit more dirty. I'm so sorry to show you dirty socks. But yeah, like how dirty can be, you know, woolen socks, you know, right? But anyways, and all this came in this beautiful project bag. And I'm very excited to, yeah, to get more use of my socks, which I really deeply thank all the testers, the sample kneaders that made all those samples for me. It's like amazing, amazing. Her handle is Maria G Knits, and you can find her on Instagram as Maria G, and of course on Ravelry. And yeah, just amazing. Okay. Now you're hearing the kind that woke up from her nap and stretching. And so she's again behind the tripod, looking at the kind, going back and forth. Yeah. And the kind is gonna drink some water. Yeah. So when we're at home, we have more organic and sounds. When I'm at the studio, we have more of the sounds of the road and all that. Okay, so apart from having Maria in the booth and having an amazing time and being very proud of her shawls, her designs, and sharing the information of who she is to people coming to my booth, there was also something very big and new at the booth, which is Fibre Gentili. So if you're following me on Instagram or Facebook, you might have known that I've paired up with the Mayak team to bring Fibre Gentili. So what is Fibre Gentili? So Fibre Gentili is going to be like the little sister of Mayak. And we started this collection, or the talk, actually, idea, started with me searching a few years back, of course, before COVID. I think it was 2019. I was searching for Mediterranean virgin wool because I wanted one virgin wool base, to go along with my superwash colorways and all that. But it didn't really made a sense to me to have, like a Peruvian wool or another, from another region virgin wool. Like if I had one, it should have been like either from Greece or the Mediterranean. And kind of bit by chance or by accident, I met in one festival, I think it was Dublin, so May 2019. Yes, we were trying to think about the dates, but we really weren't sure. But I think that's the one that I met Andrea, and we started talking and all that, and he told me that he was a veterinarian, and I told him, oh, that's very interesting because I'm searching to, have my own breed of wool, like something from maybe Greece or the Mediterranean area and all that. And he talked about one breed specifically in Italy that he knew that it was a very good quality, but he didn't know anyone who had it or who had ships of that breed. And he told me, because I was going to to ask for sheep breeders in Greece, for some samples of the wool to make exams to see the microns and all that, if he would be able to help me. He was like, of course, I would be very happy to help you with that. And that's how we started a bit talking about a Mediterranean wool. Of course, then COVID, of course, then at the summer of 2019, I had to finance my studio because the law in Greece changed and I couldn't work anymore from home. So all my attention got into, saving my business, having a studio. People helped me through a crowdfunding that I did. So the project of having fiber and research for that went a bit, in the back burner. And then in January 2020, just before COVID, we were all together at a night before VKL that time, at the night soirée that Mayak was making. So we kind of talked again about this idea, and then COVID hit. And so when COVID hit, we were all, we all again didn't think about this project, but we knew that it was something interesting. I always thought about it. And then at some point, we were thinking of doing a collaboration, me dyeing some of their yarns, like bringing the two words of the Mayak and Treliz together, me being more colorful, them being more solids. And then, while we were talking about that, Andrea had news that, and he met a shepherd that had a flock of that specific breed that we were talking about. And so we started making tests of the fiber, and we were very excited to know that it was a fine wool and that it is very lovely to knit with it. So we kind of went for it and got the badge and spun it. We tried different plies, and then I had first skeins to see how it would take the color. And usually virgin wools, which means that aren't processed chemically, don't take the dye so well. There are more muted colors. So I was open to have a base that will bring more muted colors, another palette. But great surprise, it took the colors amazingly, very brightly, really, really beautifully. The speckles aren't so fine because of the untreated wool, but it still, gets little blotches of colorfulness, and it's like amazing. So the breed is called La Gentile di Lucania. It's a breed that is into extinction, and it is the forefather of the modern merino. It is located in Basilicata, which, interestingly enough, it was in a very long time before ancient Greek colonies were there, and actually Basilicata, Basilikos, means royal in Greek. So I think, that it's funny. So we can't really say, is it an Italian breed? Is it a Greek breed? Is it, so a Mediterranean vibe. And I love that. And it isn't as soft as the modern merino. The merino microns, like the finest, goes until 17, 18 microns. That one goes approximately to 20, 21 microns, which is very nice. So yeah, it's definitely not a scratchy virgin wool, but a soft one. And yeah, so the idea was for me to have a collection, a first collection of colors to show to you. And we decided for them to be inspired by the 5 elements, which were very important in ancient Greece and in the Roman times. And we had a collection of some solids that were industrially dyed. I have to specify here that industrially dyed, Mayak industrially dyes all of their colorways, but it's in a small family unit in the northern part of Italy. It's not like a big industry, you know, a conglomerate that does that, which I found that it's really cute to have, you know, a smaller industry diary. Is it a word? I don't know. I will say that it's a word, diary. And then we have 10 colors that I dyed for the collection. And I designed a shawl. There was also a beautiful shawl made from Melanie Berg. I will put pictures here. And also from Valentina, a poncho, and also from Paola Pereira, a small scarf. And do I forget anyone? Oh, and Kristen Kapoor, a hat with mids that we took pictures in the last day of VKL, which I modeled it. And I'm very happy that they turned out well because I was very tired. I had really black eyes, panda eyes, like I like to say. But yeah, very beautiful. So I'm gonna show you today my shawl, Trust the Process. So I have, my prototype was made with some skeins that I was doing trials of the colorways and how they will take the colors, so she's not happy like something is hanging in front of me. So these colors aren't available for purchase, but that was my prototype. The name of the shawl is Trust the Process, because we had to trust the process. So those are the colors that are prototyped and all that. Maybe at some point they will be ready for purchase, but it wasn't the final ones that we decided on choosing. So because my shawl takes up for 2 hand-dyed by me skeins and 1 solid, we decided for each element to do that. So I will show you the first sample that was knitted by my friend Maria Zilaku in Greece, and it's the fire element. So we have, so the shawl is some pearls and knits that make diagonals, so nothing very difficult. And then you have stripes. And so this is the fire element, with the orange being fotia, which means fire in Greek. The dark black is volcano, and the yellow, which is Ilios, and it's the sun in Greek. So there you go. I have to say this one turns out a bit bigger than the others because Maria is a knitter who knits a bit more loosely, and I think in the blogging it was a bit more pushed, more stretched. Then this is the water element, and here you can see the diagonals in the green, which is pistachio, and we have Uranos and Thalassa, which means sea and sky. And I have one more, which my mom made this sample, and she was like very excited to be a part of. Just give me a second. And we put some tassels onto it. So she's very excited. So if you see me looking down here, it's because she's here and she tries to play with the tassels. So this is the ether element. And I have to say that if you know me, you know that I'm not a very pink person, but I love this because it has some bright neons and all that. I think this is one of my favorite ones. And also we did some smaller samples. So here is again, so this is the air element, sorry, the air element. So we have the air, the fire, the water here, the water. Then I'm very sorry, but I don't have the earth. We had some small samples of the earth. Those are just other combos. This is the combo, one of the combos that you can find for the ether. Yeah, I said this was the ether, sorry, it's air. The ether has the darker purple one with a darker pink, but we also kind of paired it with the same pink if you want to see that. And it's just great, very bright colors. So please go and check out Fibre Gentili Instagram and fibregentili.com. We have very limited quantities of each colorways as it's the first batch of this collection. And then afterwards, Fibre Gentili will continue having the same weight of yarn, which is 50 grams, 175 meters. So that makes it a sport weight. And then I will have my own line of La Gentile di Lucania, which it is going to probably be a fingering, and then I could dye all the colors you want. Yes. And Fibre Gentili will have some exclusive colorways from me, hopefully, we'll see. So it depends of how this beautiful collection will go. So please, please, please go and follow Fibre Gentili on Instagram if you're interested and wanting to support us to have this beautiful breed come to life again, and not only for the sheep, but also for whoever is involved into taking care of them, the shepherd, the people that are shearing them. I was last June there and it was like an amazing experience. I think I talked about it a bit in my previous podcast. So just please go and see it, and yeah, give some love to it. Yeah. And also I had the opportunity while we were at Vogue Knitting to have a talk about Fibre Gentili and the sheep and why this is important with Andrea. Great time to be able to share this story. I think people were very excited to learn about more about it, and did amazing questions. So hopefully we'll be able to have some footage of that. I'm not really sure because the sound wasn't very great, but yeah, it was a great experience, and I hope that we'll have the opportunities to be talking about this project for a very long time. So now, can I share what I was working on? I have to say that I took with me on my trip the test knit that I'm making, but I didn't do any progress. I had it with me at the airplane while I was going, and guess what? Of course, I was traveling at night, And of course, all the lights were able to work normally, but not in my row. So, and there wasn't any place that I could move, so I didn't work on it at all. So I can show you more. It has cables, it's really nice, it's really cute. I wish that I had been able to make at least one sleeve, so then I can do the body, and so, you know, then I can say, ooh, I've tested it, done. Even if I had to do the other sleeve. But unfortunately, I'm behind that. But on the other hand, I did some progress at my bon bec. I actually have a hood. Yeah. So there you go. My hood is done. I have to say the grafting isn't the best one, but who cares? Like, who's gonna come and see, like, over here? So now I have to pick up all the way around to make the closure and do the I-cord thingy so it can be squished. But someone was lazy to do that the other night, and I haven't done that yet, and I'm not sure when I'm gonna do it. I've been using by Night's Creations DK, this beautiful orange, and La Fifil Suri base. So hopefully I'll have enough with that, and if I don't, I still have another DK of the same orange, so we'll see. And yeah, I'm very happy, yes. So yeah, maybe I'll take that with me to my trip in France, because I'm leaving in 2 days. So we'll see, maybe, because I like to finish stuff when I'm there, and then I will be also staying a bit at Natalie's by night, so maybe I can take that. But usually I take things to finish there, and usually I start and I finish a hat there, so we'll see. But because yesterday, oops, sorry. Yeah, and as I was lazy to do the finishings of my bon bec, I decided, I don't know how come, I saw that I have lots of minis that are of one color. So over here I have one color minis, or some leftovers, like maybe 10 grams, 15 grams of something, and I put them all here. And I decided to pick up my crochet hook that I hadn't picked up for I don't know how many years, and decided to do small grannies. So I don't know what they're gonna be. I will see when I finished all these minis, but I think I'm gonna also, I have some minis that are more, you know, in this color frame, but are a bit more variegated, because I'm already bored with solid colors. Yeah, I know. To maybe have to do a blanket, I don't know, but I enjoy making those squares, I have to say, because very easy to carry on. And yeah, I was thinking that maybe on my travels, I can just have this as a project for my travels, you know, and just do that. So maybe what I'll do is have the, like for traveling now, I'm thinking just have my hook and some minis with me at the plane, for example, and just take the test knit to finish one sleeve, to make one sleeve at least while I'm away. So I think that's a good idea. And yeah, I'm quite happy. Look at this little greenish one. Yeah, and it's like from different dyers as well. It's not only my yarn. And I think it's gonna be a really cool project that will grow slowly. And then at some point, it will be, you know, great. I already have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 minis. Like, come on. And yeah, without really thinking about it. On purpose, I didn't want very big minis, so I can... Okay, so of course, my storage room was full. So that is for my whips. I don't have anything else to show. I'm not sure if I showed you the last time that I was making with La Gentile di Puglia. So this is the Fissi colorway, so the dark green with purple, then the Daphne, and then the other one is Yi. And I hold it with a mohair to do the Benny that is in the issue 19 of Lane magazine. The name is Puhuri hat. Normally it has a huge ribbing, like the ribbing is double than that, and you have just the crown over here, the color work. But because this is a thicker yarn than the one that it is precise in the pattern, I just did one less of the repeats for the color work and did half of the ribbing. So you can either wear it like that, and it's like super warm. Like, it was my favorite thing to wear, especially in New York, where it was very humid, very cold, and with my sinuses, it was like amazing. This paired with the cowl that that my friend made from. So a lot of people ask me if there's a pattern for that. There's no pattern for that. You just take a portion of the colorway chart from the Instant Crush pullover by Joji Locatelli, and then I just repeated like a few times. Like, I don't know how many stitches were casted on, but let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. So 13 of this. So it's like 13 repeats in total. And yeah, I think maybe if you have lots of hair or a larger head than mine, I don't know. For mine, it's like perfect, but I think that I would have maybe liked just maybe one more repeat. So yeah, so that's it. So wearing those two, it was like I had an oven around my head. So I really can't wait when the time comes to do a sweater with double mohair. It's gonna be so warm, like I just can't wait for it. Anyways, so that's that about Fibre Gentili, of my whips, and we can go to purchases. Okay, I've been good. I've been really good. But one of my favorite things in New York, and one of my favorite things that I have purchased in previous VKL, is a twig and horn bag. I have two in canvas, in waxed canvas. One is the khaki, so dark green, and the other one is a dark blue. And I have to say specifically, the first one, the dark green, the khaki, I've used it so much, like so much, it's insane. And I've actually been dragged with that bag a few meters by a car, thankfully very slow because there was traffic. But it's a story. Yeah, I've already said it, like when it had happened, it was before COVID, and yeah, the next day I was flying to Canada. But anyways, I had lots of bruises, but the bag was a lifesaver, and it actually got like just a small hole, like very sturdy bags. But so this year they had this one, limited canvas, not canvas, fabric tote. It's the same design as the other bags, which I had adored because there's two big pockets here, two over here. There's also like a smaller division bag that you can take out and use as a project bag because there's those little thingies. Yeah, anyway, I just love it, and I have to thank them. It was the last one, so I went on Sunday morning to get some little cutsies by Katrinkles. And now I'm thinking, do I have here what I got from Katrinkles? I'm not sure. Anyways, yeah, I got some stitch markers from Katrinkles. So yeah, I'm not sure if I have them over here. Oh, they're here. Okay, so I got those 2 sets of stitch markers. One, it's the wooden set with different kinds of sweaters. And the other one is stitch markers that are made from plexiglass, but they're different kinds of little sheep. Not kinds, but you know, like the plexiglass one is darker, the other one has speckles, so it's like different sheep. And what I couldn't resist is, whoever knows me knows that I like long earrings, so I got those earrings. So it has the inches, but it's okay because there's divisions in between, so I can have them also as centimeters. So yay, that's that. So I went to get some stitch markers, and next to them was Quince & Co booth. So they have those beautiful bags, and it was the last one, and I wanted it, but because I had some issues with my PayPal and my credit card, I didn't want to pay it with the credit card, but with my PayPal account, and they were so kind, so kind. They took the time. Thankfully, the booth was like very quiet. It was the first hour, which was a masked hour. We all had masks for people that were or elderly, or, you know, they didn't want to have lots of people. So there was 1 hour on the weekend, the first hour where we were all masked. So it was more quiet. And we found a way of how to accommodate me, and I could pay through PayPal. And I have over here the purchases that I did. So I was able to get to know, oh, there's a tag that's going out. It's okay, there's no problem. So I had the opportunity to meet Marianne from Brazil, which is a friend of Maria, the designer, who was with me. And she had her yarn in a booth I think it was a store that had her yarns, a small selection of it. And I really enjoyed talking with her, and I really wanted also to support her. And I found her yarns to be beautiful and very different than mine. So it is, the brand is Fios da Fancenta, and it's Corriedale. And I got those 3 skeins. So this is very funny because depending the light, it's either very, very dark green or very, very dark blue. But it's very, very dark green. And the other one, I know it's pinkish, but I thought that from the color selection that was left, those were the ones that were going really well. And in the beginning, I was like very much drawn to that, to that dark, deep color, and maybe take a sweater quantity. But then I am, come on, Liz, you know yourself, you're going to be bored, you know, like knitting this darker color by itself. So let's make it fun. Take a sweater quantity, but that you can make maybe a color work. So that's gonna be a color work sweater. I don't know which one, but there you go. So Fios da Fancenta. Yeah, it's written in Portuguese. Other than that, I can understand quite a bit because of my Spanish, but yeah, it's really cool. So I have Produto Brasileiro. Yay! So please follow Marianne. She's very kind and nice. She was also the one that helped me and Maria G, the designer of the shawls and the socks, to take pictures at Bryant Park. It was super cold and she had all my things so I could wear the shawls, and it was like really fun, really, really great. Then on Monday after VKL, I Brooklyn General, which is a very beautiful shop. got, and who also got some of my yarns. They have more hair of mine over there, and hopefully maybe you know, soon more of my bases. I found this beautiful skein, which his name is Pishkun. It's 100% Montana and Wyoming Rambouillet. It has 255 yards, so it means 230 meters for 100 grams. And it's from the Farmer's Daughter's Fibers, Candice. I love Candice. She's an amazing dyer. She does beautiful things. If you don't know her, follow her. Be sure to follow her. And there was this girl that I adore in Brooklyn General. And I never remember her name though. Damn it. Anyways, she was just finishing one hat, and it was the Chesley Toque by Kiyomi Bergen, and I just wore it, and I have a picture of it with me. And I darkened a bit because I love the bright red, and I just wanted to copy her, and also another friend, Diana or Dina? Dina, I think. Sorry, I'm butchering the names. Who's also a friend of Shamika. We're both of them. I was just, okay, I'm drawn to this red because it's a more orangey red. And she was like, oh, great one. So she also got that one. But I think I'm going to pair it with one of my mohairs, probably Manawi, to have it a bit more orangey and a bit more funky. And yes, I just can't wait. And I just call it my strawberry hat. Yeah, I love it. Then, except the Brooklyn General, Knitted City got my sock yarn, whatever was left from sock yarn, and my Aerospace, which is the single with the Stellina. So they got it, and so they have it. So if you're in New York and you want yarn, you will find it at Brooklyn General, some mohair and fingering and sock yarn at Knitted City. And I also have to say a big thank you to Zach to, you know, just taking those for me so I didn't have to take them back. And also thank you to Jan from Forever Doylestown. I think it's her Instagram. I always mess it up. Jan is in Pennsylvania. She has a beautiful shop as well. And she also got some more hair over there. So check them out. So I knew that I needed to go to Knitted City to see again the shop, which is amazing. And I haven't been there since before COVID. And unfortunately, Pearl, the owner who started Knitted City, passed away a few years. And I haven't been since then. But her beautiful son, Zach, an amazing team, are continuing the shop and beautiful stuff. And so I also wanted to have a bit more quality time with Nancy. She's getting pearly with it on Instagram. She's very much like, I don't know, she's just amazing. She's a hug in a person, and she's always positive, or if she isn't, she's very true, and I love that. I really do love that. And while I was there, I got some sock yarn, and I got a DK sock yarn by the Five Borough Yarns by Lindsay, and I'm so happy that I got to meet just for a bit Lindsay while we were at VKL, and while I went by Knitted City's booth to say hi to everybody. And I have to say, I wanted something more orangey, and she had this beautiful, more orangey, crazy colorway, but it was in Aran. And yeah, and then I decided, no, it will be my first DK socks with her yarn. So I got this. So yeah, fun, very pink, but very teal as well. And this purple, I love it. And the name is Dancing Dolphins. So I got me some Dancing Dolphins, and I think that's great. I think the purchases I made were very reasonable, very different from what I get usually, and really great because they fit all in my gorgeous bag. And I have to say that I really wanted to do this podcast also so I can get the yarns to their places and then I can really use this bag. So I think it's gonna be my traveling bag. I just can't wait. I love it. I love it. And last but not least, if you know me, you know that I had to go to a bookshop. I didn't have a lot of time to go to several ones. I went to 2 bookshops and they're 2 of my favorite ones. While you're near Times Square or Bryant Park, you have to go to the Japanese bookstore Kinokuniya. I always mess up a bit, I butcher the name, Kinokuniya. And they have also English books and all that. And they have Japanese things and mangas and it's like crazy. And I got the Tatami Time Machine Blues, which is a novel. It's been very crazed about and I think it's like quite short. So I think it's gonna be real cool. And yeah, I just can't wait. I also got a book from Alan Watts, who is a Zen philosopher, but it's already near my bed. And I got this book, which I have no idea how to say anything because everything is in Japanese and it has lots of accessories and things. Yeah, it's more about hats, socks. Oh, there's a shawl. There's also color work. And I just can't wait. Oh, look at this. Yeah, I have no idea. Maybe it's in Targia. I'm not sure. Yeah, like in Targia already. I have never done it. So in Targia in Japanese. Oh my God. Yeah. So look at all this. I'm very excited. I haven't really had the time to look at it, but it's like really gorgeous. And I just can't wait for it. Oh, here they are. All the things. There you go. Yeah, so very excited about that. I also went to one of my favorite bookstores in Brooklyn. Books are magic, but I just went very fast and I didn't get anything. But yeah, it's not that I didn't want to, but yeah. So very happy. And that's kind of it. Don't have much more to say. Now I have to say all this in French. So I will leave you to it. If you need anything from the shop, pre-orders are up until the 15th of February. There's also some mini sets, very limited quantities, so just go and grab them while they are there. And yeah, see you next time. And don't forget, color is power, fiber is our weapon.